Hello students, in this video lecture we will be discussing next two questions which have appeared in IIT-JAM 2020. So the 11th question is, suppose that S is the sum of convergent series summation n running from 1 to infinity an, and we have defined Tn equals to an plus 1 plus an plus 2. Then the series summation n running from 1 to infinity Tn. We have to tell that whether this series diverges or converges to 3s minus a1 minus a2, converges to 3s minus a1 minus 2a2, converges to 3s minus 2a1 minus a2. So basically S is the summation n running from 1 to infinity an, and Tn is defined as, just look at above, an plus 1 plus an plus 2. So let me write it here. So Tn is equals to an plus 1 plus an plus 2, and we are asked about the summation n running from 1 to infinity Tn is what, whether it is convergent or it is divergent. Okay, so if I take summation on both sides, so I take summation n running from 1 to infinity on both sides. So this here it will be n running from 1 to infinity of all these three terms. Now in the next step you can take summation with each term. So this will be n running from 1 to infinity a n plus 1. Similarly this will be n running from 1 to infinity a of n plus 2. So this is given to us as S, and we are left with these two terms now. Now let us understand what is this. We just need to change the index, and how to change the index, that I will explain you here. So this is a series n running from 1 to infinity a n plus 1. So if you open up, this will become a2 plus a3 and so on. So can I write this series as nothing but summation n running from 1 to infinity minus a1? And similarly, this series, which is summation n running from 1 to infinity an plus 2, we can write this series as summation n running from 1 to infinity an, right, minus a1 minus a2. The same way, like we have replaced this series as summation n running from 1 to infinity an minus a1. Now we know that summation n running from 1 to infinity an is nothing but s. So just replace this term with s, and similarly here also you can replace it with s. So s plus s plus s, that will be 3s minus a1. So a1 is also 2 times, so this will be minus twice a1 minus a2. So you can go to the options now and just see 3s minus twice a1 minus a2. So that is the fourth option. The next question is, consider the vector space P 2020, which is nothing but summation I running from 0 to n ai xi. Ai's are any reals and n is running from 0 to 2020. And we have defined W to be a subspace which is given by summation I running from 1 to n ai xi, which belongs to P 2020, such that ai is 0 for all odds I. Then we have to comment on the dimension of W. So before starting this equation, let us recall the concept of dimension in case of polynomials. We know that if we have Pn01, so this is a class of polynomials. So if we define P of x belonging to P01, right? So this is containing all the polynomials which are of the form a0 plus a1x plus a2x square and so on an x power n, right? So where all ai's, they belongs to real. So this I have defined as Pn01, fine. So this is a collection of all the polynomials. So this space can be generated by the standard bases, which are 1, x, x square, right, x cube and so on to x power n. So the dimension of Pn01 is nothing but n plus 1. So the same concept we will be using up in this question. So since in the question it is defined P 2020 as summation I running from 0 to n ai xi. So if you open up, this will be a0 x bar 0, that is 1. So a1 x plus a2 x square, and so on, an x bar n. So the dimension in this case is nothing but n plus 1, right? And where n is defined from 0s to 2020. So the standard basis here will be 1 x x square and so on to x bar 2020. So so P 2020 can be spanned with these bases. Now, let us check for W. So W is a space of the polynomials of the form ai xi, where ai's are 0 whenever I is any odd. So the W space will be spanned by the bases 1, x square, x bar 4 and so on to x bar 2020, because all the ai's whenever I is any odd, that will be 0 in this case. So the dimension in this case will be, half of the bases have been cancelled from the standard basis. So these were 2020 from 1 to 2020. So if you take half of this, that will be 1010 plus one of the base is this. So 1 plus 1010, that is 1011. So I hope you have understood both of these questions. So for more such videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel and do not forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.